In another interview, you said that you love the bathroom and its putty humor. Could you describe your sense of humor in other words?
My friend says, your comedy's like being choked and having your ass fingered at the same time. Which, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you pay attention when somebody does that. I don't know about you, but I have an alarm clock. I don't need that.
Well, it's definitely a description.
Sure.
But you are 39 years old, and you've been doing stand-up for almost 15 years now.
Yeah.
But what brought you into the comedy business in the first place?
I like comedy a lot. I saw In Living Color with Jim Carrey, and I was just like, this is fucking cool. Like, this show was really edgy, and this is an all-black cast with Jim Carrey, who grew up a short distance from where I was, and I kind of knew his story and what he'd done with his career from nothing, you know, and very ambitious and stuff. So that was definitely a big catalyst for wanting to try this out. And I was always curious about it. Like, I watched it on TV and we had Just for Laughs Festival and some cable stand-up shows. But what I saw was, it didn't really appeal to me, you know. This is pre-Jackass and MTV, when skate culture became a popular thing. There wasn't a lot of just fucking, not college humor, but weird shit going on. So that show was definitely a big push for me. And then I got tired of washing dishes, man. I worked in restaurants and construction, and I just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm drowning in this quicksand fast, and I need to bust a move.
The Danish media have all written that you have a mission to make way for a new chapter in comedy. I don't know if that's your words or if it's just your promoters, but
I think we were talking about that earlier. I think there's definitely a hierarchy of the brand of Danish comedy. I don't think there's really the kind of working class comedian. Whereas, you know, it just seems very kind of theater based, and then like this kind of amateur club acts that don't really have a circuit to tour in. So they're stuck in this kind of rotation where they're not getting road experience and stuff. So it tends to, I think, make a big gap between famous, you know, humorists and people with genuine talent. So there's definitely it takes very few get to cross over to that kind of scale. Like, look at that Opera House. It's a beautiful place with everyone in fucking suits at a comedy show. Where's the madness? You know, I hope, and it's not definitely a mission. It's some hopeful encouragement for sure, because I think there's definitely an audience for comedy that doesn't fall. It's not your mom and dad's comedy, whether you like it or not. There definitely has to be more flavors to the ice cream for sure.
In connection with that, you were part of the Monsters of Comedy tour. And where all the comedians are doing the same rough humor as you. Apart from making money, what made you do that tour then?
We didn't make any money. We made a small amount of money. We kind of formed a pact off the back of one of the guys who I was just talking to on Skype, Chris Neff. We'd met during the Just for Laughs Festival in Montreal. We're doing a nasty show together, which was great. It was kind of a dream for both of us, and we became friends. And then when I moved to LA, I stayed with him for a bit, and he just complained. He was fucking LA shit. I hate performing here. No clubs will hire me. I'm getting kicked out. There's a video of him online getting thrown out of a comedy club after his show. They pulled him off stage and threw him out.
Why did they do that?
Because they had the Ha Ha. It's on YouTube. Chris Neff, band from Ha Ha. It's quite funny. It's a good chunk of him arguing with the manager. But Chris is a bit of a shit disturber. Like it or not, she said, "Listen, you got to work clean here. This is a clean club. You'd be shocked in some of the clubs. Some of them don't serve alcohol. Some of them are like, I don't know if they're owned by Christian people or what, but they have no alcohol, no swearing, no drugs, no sex. It's this kind of holy place for comedy or something. I don't know." And so he's running into a lot of that. And then I just kind of watched and see the dudes that I liked. And Ari Shafir, The Amazing Racist. Have you seen his stuff on YouTube?
Not recently.
You got it. It's great. Ari's, he looks like Woody Allen. He's as Jewy as it gets. But he's also half crazy and smokes a lot of weed. So Ari gets a Klan outfit on, a Klan outfit with a fucking wooden cross, goes into the ghetto in LA to a gas station to get gas to go burn some crosses in Compton.
And your comedy is a bit like that, you just described. Sure. And then I've read some criticism of that comedy on the internet. And I quote, whatever he starts talking about, and that's you, you're certain, whatever Jason Rouse starts talking about, you're certain he's going to end up fucking it, possibly with an inappropriate object, possibly in the wrong orifice.
I wouldn't say my cock,
especially if whatever he started with was dead or deceased.
It is. I paint with very little colors in my comedy for sure, but that's somebody's. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them. So, as much as he might not appreciate, or whoever that is, my brand, it's relevant.
Yeah. In connection with that, I have another criticism. That's after your performance at the opera, the Danish Comedy Gala 2010. Then the Danish comedian Lasse Rimmers wrote on his blog, and I translate, your show was all just a bit desperate and have been done better by many others. There are concrete examples of people doing what Jason Rouse is trying to do. They're just doing it well. For example, Brendan Burns and Doug Stanhope. Doug Stanhope makes Jason Rouse looks like a phony and hollow construction.
First of all, Brendan, Doug and me are completely different comedians. And you show me anybody, like it or not, to be able to do what I do in various places in the world. I've not only my own observation, but I know just from touring and stuff, there's nobody doing what I do. And Doug Stanhope, very clever comedian. The only thing that we have in common is that we say fuck occasionally. Doug is a friend and a very well-respected comedian, as is Brendan. So, but I always use music as an analogy. Is not everybody likes Slayer, you know what I mean? So, I don't care. I really don't. I don't. If that's the case, so be it. It wouldn't be the first time that somebody has walked out on my career. I can live with it. Not everybody has to like what you do.
Great. Let's that be the last word of this interview. You can live with it.